Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1 at Rogers Arena last night on the strength of two shorthanded goals by the Canucks on the same Toronto Maple Leafs power play in the third period. The goal that I'm going to break down now is the first of those two shorties scored by Elias Pettersson 6.5 minutes into the third period, and it turns out to be the game-winning goal. So no green screen tonight, but we'll make it work. And as always, we'll watch it real time once, and then we'll break it down with the help of a couple of highlights. And you can see right there that the Toronto Maple Leafs are on a power play, and they had already scored one power play goal. So let's watch this through once.
The power play coming into tonight's game. Go back to work. Looking to break this 1-1 tie, but here's JT Miller to the attack. Shorthanded with Pettersson.
So this goal is Pettersson from Miller and Myers. Again, the game-winning goal. Phil Giuseppe is relieved. Toronto Maple Leafs coach Sheldon Keefe is not. And the fans are excited. So let's break down this goal. And we'll start by setting it up like this. So the Toronto Maple Leafs power play is Matthews here. It's got Morgan Rielly on the other point. And then across you have Tavares, you have Nylander, and you have Mitch Marner, who's kind of off screen on the other side. On D, on penalty, killing the penalty, you have Miller, you have Pettersson, then you have Hughes, you have Myers, then you have Demko net, and then of course you have Matt Murray on the other end. So it starts off, Matthews does a nice bank pass right off the board to Tavares. Now Tavares is looking to get it across, thread the needle to Mitch Marner, who is skating towards the net. And so he tries to do that pass, but Tyler Myers anticipates it. And Tyler Myers, I know the Canucks have been very permissive, allowing a lot of pucks through the seams, especially when killing a penalty. But Myers is still 6'7" at his stick, and he's like 18 feet long. So he anticipates this one, and he's able to touch pass it to Miller right there. So he blocks it, and now Miller's got it. Now Miller has all the momentum. He's turning already, heading towards the Toronto bench. Remember, the Toronto net. Remember, Marner was going towards the net, so he has to do a quick cut. PD is ready to launch. Matthews like, uh-oh. And then you see even Morgan Rielly turning around and getting ready to go. So Miller's got a step on Marner. PD's going to have a step on Matthews. And you'll see very quickly that it becomes a 2-on-1. It's not offside. As you can see very clearly, the puck's there. And Miller and PD aren't in the zone yet. So we're good that way. And then Miller, you can see, one thing about Miller, I've always said, he's a really good passer, especially in the offensive zone. Got great vision. So he sees at the same time that Rielly is going down. Again, Marner and Matthews out of the picture. He's got this nice seam to PD, and he gets it through. So now, this angle, I don't think does it justice. It looks like PD can just put it into this open net, but you can see that Murray, he's not dead center, but at least he's at the top of his crease. And PD doesn't have it completely on his forehand yet. So it's not like he was going to waste and try and one-time it. So, but it certainly looks like he's got a gaping net here. Another thing that you want to notice here is the angle doesn't show it, but this is more than a 1-on-0 breakaway. It's basically a 2-on-0 because Rielly's out of it now because he's on the ice. So Miller, you'll see it better on the next angle. It's actually a 2-on-0. Miller is a very credible threat here. It doesn't look like it from here. And then what you'll see, PD goes forehand, backhand, and then you'll see it better in the next replay. Basically, in doing that, while Murray's sliding across, Murray lifts up this right leg. And I have a theory as to why he did that. And then you see there's a lot of space in between. And sure enough, PD puts it right into that gaping hole. And then this red light goes on. Miller's happy. Matthews is peeled off. Marner's peeling off. Rielly finally got up. And then Murray is looking for his contact lens, I think. So PD gets up and they celebrate. So let's watch it a couple times. You can see Miller's thinking pass all the way, and he actually gets it underneath of Rielly's skate or outstretched leg. And this, remember I was telling about that it's actually more of a 2-on-0 as opposed to a breakaway. You can kind of see it here now. This is a much better angle. So Miller is setting up for the 1T from his side, and he's ready to receive the pass. So Matt Murray, the goaltender, he has to worry about PD coming in at full speed, but he also has to know that Miller is on his left side. I remember earlier in the game, Murray made that really nice save on Christian Wolanin. It was a very similar play. Garland came in on the right side, and he fed it across to Wolanin, and then Murray stretched out his right pad and made a spectacular save. So I think Murray's thinking about that as well. I think he's ready to slide. He's sliding obviously to PD right now, but I think he's ready to slide back to Miller if he has to. So watch what PD does. He basically brings it in. He does a quick flick with his forehand to make it look like he might be going to Miller, but then puts it on his backhand and then back to his forehand and gets it through Murray's leg. So there's forehand. There now it's on his backhand after that quick fake, and now it's back to his forehand, and you'll see it a lot better. So you can see here, JT Miller is an option. If PD wanted to quickly just slide it across with Murray sliding this way, Miller would have an open net, but instead PD shoves it underneath Murray's legs instead. And then he also nails the post, so much so that the post elevates. It looks like he's going to impale. Actually, it's kind of funny. It looks like the post is part of the striping, but no, that's the post, and this is the striping. And then he gets up and he's all excited. So here's another good look at it. This makes it look like there's a lot of space. Riley almost gets it, and this is what I was going to show you now. So PD gets it on his forehand. Remember, then he makes a quick move backhand and back to forehand. So you can see that it's one-on-one, but Miller's going to appear here. So it's on his forehand. And I think when he does this, watch Murray's leg now. See how it was down at first? Now it's up. So I really think, right now, Murray's leg is down. But then when PD does this quick flick, look, now Murray's leg is up. I think he's getting ready to push off, potentially with his right skate, to go this way, just in case PD gives it to Miller, who's going to appear in the shot in a second. So just that quick lift of his right pad gives PD enough time, who I think knew what he was going to do, to go back to his backhand. You're starting to see him do now, and then back to his forehand and put it in before Murray can get his pad down. So I advance it a little bit. So now you can see he's got it on his backhand. Look at that. There's a lot of space there. There's actually a lot of space here too, but there's a lot of space there. So it's backhand, and now it's back to forehand. Because remember, Miller is an option. All PD has to do is dump it here. Miller will have an open net. So I think that's why Murray, I'm not a goaltender, or maybe it's just goalies, tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe it's just an instinctual reaction when you're sliding left to right so quickly and things are happening so fast. Maybe he was just trying to get over and his legs naturally opened up. But to me, it looked like he kind of opened up here because he was getting ready to push off in case he had to slide this way. But instead, PD puts it underneath the pad before it gets all the way down, and it goes in the net. Di Giuseppe is obviously very happy. Usually you get scored on when you're killing a penalty as opposed to scoring a goal. And then PD and his mustache and beard, very happy, although he gets cross-checked in the back of the head by Miller right there. And then Miller then headbutts him. And this is just not a flattering look for PD, but who cares, because he scored the game-winning goal. So Canucks fans, or Leafs fans, if you're watching this, let me know what you think of my breakdown. Is there anything that I'm missing? Maybe, especially, I'd love to hear from you that have played, not so much from PD's perspective, but definitely from Matt Murray's perspective. Was he getting ready to push back, to go right to left because Miller was bearing in on him? Or was that simply a natural move as you're sliding left to right to get over and cover more space? I don't know. And that's why I asked you. I'm not going to pretend I know. I'm not an expert. I just like it when the Canucks win. I didn't get to watch this game. My kids were too busy winning provincial titles in their bowling tournament. More on that in another vlog. But I would love to know your thoughts on my breakdown and any other thoughts you have about the game. Don't forget, later today, if you're watching this on Sunday at 10:30 Pacific, I'll be doing my 10 Clay celebration. I surpassed 10,000 subscribers late last week, and I'm going to celebrate it by giving away some Canucks tickets with a few surprises, a couple announcements. So I hope you join me tonight, Sunday night, 10:30 Pacific, for my 10 Clay celebration. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Perform and Transform, Personal Training, Weight Loss. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members as well. And thanks to everyone for subscribing, liking these videos, watching them, commenting. Always appreciate you. Never take you for granted. So on your way out, subscribe, like the video, become a member, upgrade your membership, leave a donation, but most importantly, leave a comment in the comment section. Let's get some chatter going in there. What do you think of my breakdown? And give me your theory on Matt Murray's quick leg lift that allowed PD to put the puck through the 5-hole. Okay, friends, have a great Sunday. I hope to see you tonight at 10:30 p.m. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.